What did these pointy heads think they'd get out of this? They don't have proper Orky values, so they're not here for a fight. Mr. Nailbrain, gather the boys! Whoa!
Orks. Orks. The Emperor's slaves send orcs. I suppose I should thank you, Xeno scum. The Eldar were proving to be quite the annoyance. Since you've ended their interference, you can be the first to witness the glory of exterminators.
We have arrived, and it is now that we perform our charge. In fealty of the God Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I declare exterminatus upon the Imperial world of Typhon Primaris. I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world, and consign 1,000,000 souls to oblivion. May Imperial justice account in all balance. The Emperor protects. Not a good place to be! Not good!
It must be magnificent to see a planet writhe and scream, to feel it convulse beneath your own feet, witness it dying with living eyes. In time, perhaps I may share this gift with every last living soul in the galaxy. Until then...
Jesus Christ, those Humies never shut up. But welcome back to Retribution. I'm still Negaroth. I have a new guest here with me. Was it FullMetal 999?
Yeah, you can, yeah, I just add the numbers on the end there. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, yep. We are caught in a devilish trap here. Apparently Kyrus has been stringing the Imperium along all the time, and he was just waiting for the Exterminatus to come so he could give a big old sacrifice to the Chaos God so that he can ascend.
And now the Orks are the ones that have to clean up after it all.
Well, they had to get the fuck out of there. That's probably the best idea. They
yeah, they don't want to be around for the climax of the show.
Yeah, they were just in it for the hat and the fight, and you know they might
and the killing.
Yeah, they might not even get the hat now. So.
Well, I hope they do. That'd be kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean that'd be spoilers. So.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin it for anyone here.
Yeah, no one go looking it up on YouTube to figure out the true ending that you have to get.
Because
you have to beat it on hard.
Because knowing if the poor war boss gets his hat, that's something that you have to watch us for. It'll be good.
I think that's probably like the best catalyst ever for having somebody go through all this shit.
Just to see if the war boss gets a hat.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's a nice hat. I mean, he agreed.
Yeah, it's very few people have that hat. You'd have to go in the Inquisition, and obviously that would be a tremendous pain, especially for an orc.
Especially for a war boss.
Yeah. You can only camouflage yourself so well.
Yeah, I mean, he could paint himself a color and he could think about it, but.
Yeah, yeah, but sadly in the end, I think most war bosses they're fairly anti-camouflage and not just being straightforward. So.
Yeah, I mean, especially this one, Captain Bloodflag would rather chainsaw a bunch of people instead of blending in with them, even for a hat.
Yeah, but for this particular mission, we're actually on a very, well, I don't want to say very tight schedule. But they do give you a bit of a time restraint here, mostly because the planet, if you could tell, is being steadily blown up.
Imagine it's 24 and you're Jack Bauer, but you're green and huge.
Yeah, that's actually a good part of my fan fiction right there.
Yeah.
Who do you work for?
Who do you work for? Where's the bomb? The Tyranids are just some poor, helpless people trying to escape the planet. You're too busy murdering them.
Yeah, I assume that one of them is just that one corrupt boss that Jack Bauer ends up shooting with a Trent gun because regulations or something. I don't know how the other works.
Yeah, law and order, but you know. But anyway, the Tyranids, they're actually, you know.
Yeah, this is.
They're some pretty good guys. I like them. They're pretty interesting.
Yeah, they have their own set of rules, and they're wonderful in their simplicity.
Exactly. All they want to do is consume, terraform, and get the hell out of there and continue. But here, obviously, well, I would wonder, what would the Tyranids' thought process be in this? I mean, they're all, you know, they all get absorbed and die anyway, so are they really trying to escape, or are they just trying to absorb more, not knowing that the world's going to end?
Well, I think at this point, it could almost be assumed that they've probably lost touch with the hive mind itself. So they might actually have reverted to a feral state at this point, and they're...
I mean, they're basically just doing it just because, you know what? There's a hungering in their loins and they need to eat.
Yeah, I've never thought about the sexuality of Tyranids. I hope there's not one there. But
well, I don't know if that's possible, but let's just say there isn't.
I'm sure there's probably some gene stealer cult out there that's all about getting freak nasty, but
I hope not. That would ruin my appreciation for them.
Yeah. But yeah,
But anyway,
we've
go ahead.
we're steadily making our way across. You may notice the waves of destruction that pelt every so often. Those can be a bit of an annoyance because they will knock over all of your forces unless you are the sturdy Captain Bloodflag who does not suffer knockback. And
he just takes it like a boss.
Yeah. And otherwise, it's mostly just you really don't even have to kill anything here because things are either fighting each other or they're just trying to run, and I end up just being an asshole and trying to kill them.
Well, that could be that would be a pretty interesting Let's Play. Just skip through everything, not kill anything, and be like, I don't want to deal with it.
I think realistically, you could probably do the stage in like 3 minutes by just clicking at the end and ignoring everything. You might suffer some random knockback damage, but otherwise, it's not really. It's not the most strategic mission in the game.
Yeah, well, coming up here, I don't want to ruin anything yet, but I'll ask it later on when it comes up. But
it's not cutscene yet.
Oh, I was like, oh, cutscene.
Oh.
Well, this poor Carnifex is just getting torn apart, and I feel so bad for him.
Well, he doesn't appreciate his gift.
He doesn't.
Realistically, though, this Chaos Marine must be pretty badass because taking down a Carnifex is not an easy task.
By yourself with a what did he have? He had some sort of sword on him. That's not something that most people would even want to do.
Yeah, that would usually require a lot more force.
Especially when I liked how he used the tusks as stepping stones, sort of, to get a good hold on him.
Yeah, but I mean, yet again, it could go back to just being that, you know, if the Tyranid had gone to being in a feral state, he probably would have done better had he been in communication with a higher intelligence. But
him by himself.
Yeah, that's not really the case.
Well, obviously we're going much faster here. Why is that?
Just this particular arena takes a good bit of time. I think unsped up, it ended up taking about 5 to 6 minutes, which, when looking at the exact same place for 5 to 6 minutes, is not the most exciting thing in the world. Especially
during all this chaos and mayhem.
Yeah, I mean, it still looks good sped up. I'm kind of sad that there was an earlier mission that I had to speed up, and that actually had some orc dialogue in it, and all the orc dialogue was just blah, 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 blah.
Well, that was actually pretty funny, because hearing orcs sped up is 10 times funnier, actually.
Yeah, sadly there is a tribe of orcs that are in like the cult of speed, and they all enjoy going really fast. So I assume if maybe they ever made like a go-kart 40K game, like an orc racer, they could probably...
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because, I mean, Space Marines ride on motorcycles, orcs ride on motorcycles. It could be like Road Rash. Did you ever play Road Rash?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, was that the one for the PlayStation?
Well, they came out for a lot of systems. It was basically...
Cause I remember one on PlayStation. All I remember is playing as a burly biker dude smacking someone with a chain, with a length of chain or something.
Yeah, they were like... probably one of the few combat-oriented racing games. I can't say the only because I think Carmageddon is somewhere in there.
Yeah, well, apparently somebody important just came down with a giant fire explosion. Who's that?
That would be the deranged Chaos Champion. He apparently would not fight us until we shed enough blood for Khorne, I suppose, for him to even really give us recognition. So,
well, let me ask this. When you were saying you can just run through this place, what happens if you try to run through this? Do you actually have to participate in it?
There is actually a chaos barrier blocking your entrance and exit out of this little arena. So you actually have to... You are forced to do this particular fight. And this might... I'm not sure if you noticed, but the timer has actually stopped. Mostly because the Chaos Champion has a lot of life. He is a mini-boss.
So, yeah, that would be kind of unfair if the timer was still going down and you decided to take your time.
Yeah.
The board.
Yeah, because I think after a little while here, I finally realized, I'm really getting my ass kicked, so I really need to, take this guy out, because he is pretty much...
just demolishing you.
Yeah, but I think he's dead.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how he can single-handedly take down a Carnifex, but then you did say the Carnifex was feral, so yeah, it would be a little strange, but they had to have it balanced.
Yeah, when you're dealing with the well-coordinated, wall like Captain Blood Flags, there's not much you can do. And you actually have a very limited time to get to the teleporter, so I try my best to hightail it over there.
To not waste time. Wad over there.
Yeah, I will say though, I finally did get a piece of armor from that fight, and it was it's called coat d'armes, and I think the fluff text on it is yeah, you'll be a war boss someday when you get a head too.
Oh, the Orks are just very humorous bunch. I love them.
Yeah, I've been meaning to post some more war gear in the thread, but I haven't got around to it. But I think we're almost there. Come on, Brickfist.
Yep. Brickfist makes it.
Oh, yeah, there we go. And that's the end of the mission. Cinematic.
It is human nature to seek culpability in a time of tragedy. It is a sign of strength to cry out against fate, rather than to bow one's head and succumb. Inevitably, many shall fault the hands upon the sword which felled Typhon, the Ordo Malleus. But the Inquisition merely performs the duty of its office. To further fear them is redundant. To hate them, heretical. Those more sensible will place responsibility with those who forced the hands of the Inquisition. With some fortune, they may foster this hatred into purpose, and further rule their own fate by coming to the Emperor's service. Yet ultimately, it was I who set these events into motion, with a single blow from my hammer, God Splitter.